And in the studio with me right now, I have Riley and Benny from The Weight of Silence. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Yo,
Good.
what's up?
I've been hearing Riley's voice for 3 years now, talking to him, different interviews.
Yes, that is right.
Although most of them have been The Weight of Silence.
The old band, the old punk rock days.
Punk. You call that punk rock?
Not really. I
No.
just said that for some reason.
Skin rock.
Yeah.
Skin rock.
Skinheads, Viking metal. No, it's not.
Actually, that's an interesting question because you appear to be covered in tattoos from head to toe.
They're fake.
It's one every morning.
Must take you hours. But do you have any band ones?
I don't even have any other band ones, like bands that I like, but there's be a few that I'd like to get.
You haven't got The Weight of Silence one?
Not yet. Well,
Not
when
yet.
the other boys step up, I will.
Maybe next time we go to Bondi Inc.
Yeah,
Hey?
yeah, true.
on the
You could-
next tour.
You could get on the TV show. I saw another Australian band on it once.
Even though it's pretty much a clothing store that does tattoos.
Is it? I'm sure if Riley went in there to buy clothes, they would probably want to tattoo him.
I think so. I think they'd look at him and go, there's some sick fake tattoos. Let's get this shit happening.
Yeah.
Let's get it rolling.
Yeah. I'll get some waves or something on me.
Can I ask, Benny, did you actually start The Weight of Silence? Is this your band?
Oh, Buffalo and I started it. Yeah, we were just sort of jamming from an old band, and we had the name for a while. And it was a song. We had a song called "The Weight of Silence" that we played for a while, and we just really sort of dug that name and thought it was kind of like, you know, for us it doesn't really hold any specific meaning, but it's kind of like really open interpretation. So we thought that was really cool. And we don't have like a cool answer for, well, what does the weight of silence mean for you guys yet? But, you know, for other people, I think it's sort of like, you know, opens up their thinking patterns to, you know, think about, you know, what are these guys all about?
I reckon the most asked question would have to be, how much does silence weigh?
We get asked that all the time,
Yeah.
every week.
And it's heavy as fuck.
Have you seen Buffalo? It's heavy.
Well, you just released your debut album too, Sickness Unknown, and was it just last weekend? No, last weekend you're in Melbourne. You had your big Melbourne launch the weekend before Sydney.
That's right. We released the CD last Thursday, so a week from today, and it's actually been selling all right, I believe. And yeah, we played our album launch at Bang last Saturday night.
How was that?
It was great. Had heaps of fun. We had a few people roll out, which was sweet. And played with Boris the Blade. Good dudes. So we'd like to play with them again, hopefully.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
who's the biggest band? Like, who would make you absolutely die if you played with them?
Definitely Justin fucking Bieber.
Yeah.
I don't mean
dude.
die in horror.
Oh, you mean like in excitement? Ah, right.
We already played with Parkway, which was pretty sweet.
Did you? Oh,
That's right.
At
Yeah.
Unify
That was
you
really
guys
cool.
did the Unify Festival. How exciting was that?
Great.
Yeah, that was sick. We loved it.
We had the best time ever.
I did ask Riley when I spoke to him, like, how the hell you ever got on that? And, like, he just said, I don't know, we just applied.
Yeah.
Apply yourself
Yep.
and say please.
We just pitched ourselves, and then they sent an email with an offer, and then we said, yeah, well, sure, we'll do that. Yeah.
So they pay you, but they tell you how much they're willing to pay you.
I'm sure we didn't get paid as much as Parkway Drive, but,
Enough
something
to
like
cover
that.
your costs, like
That's right. Yeah.
to buy a new tent, maybe, so you could camp.
Pretty much.
But it's the experience. I mean, the experience and the exposure. I mean,
Definitely.
getting to, like, did you get to meet the bands and that you were playing
we'll
with
just-
them?
all the bands are out the back at the catering, and we're just hanging out, and we met a few people. Met Trophy Eyes, met I think Dream on Dreamer, Crafter, met him, and a few others. Good
Awesome.
times.
Well, you are in the middle of a national tour now. As we mentioned, you've been to Sydney, you've done your hometown shows, and now you're doing regional Victoria this weekend. And then you've got Adelaide and Perth still to come, don't you?
Adelaide, Perth, and Brisbane.
You know what would be really handy? If I actually had the dates up on the website.
Oh, okay, cool.
That would help, wouldn't it? Keep talking while I find them. There they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, what's this? So you've got two shows over in Perth.
Yeah, we're playing the Swan Basement,
Hang on.
and we're playing Last Night. We can't wait to go over there. Like, I've never been to WA. I don't think Riley's ever been there either. No, you haven't been there.
No.
So for us, it's like, this band is a vehicle for us traveling at this stage in our lives now. Like we've all done a little bit of traveling and stuff, like personally, but now the band's taking us to places we've never been, so we can actually justify the traveling where we might not be making lots of money, but we're going to places where we generally just wouldn't go.
But you're saying the band is taking you to these places, but a band isn't going to take you anywhere unless you put the effort into actually booking the gigs and getting the band there. So
we love it. Just going everywhere and jumping in, doing good tours.
It's just a good excuse to get away from the wives and girlfriends. You're probably none of you are married yet.
Yeah, we're
You're still
not
pretty
yet.
young, but
single ladies. It's fantastic. We love it. We love traveling.
Well, I want to ask, because I know you guys like to drive around a lot when you're touring and that, but
That's right.
WA, come on, you got to be flying.
Nah, we're flying. Anything that's like longer than a 3-day trip we'll fly to. It's just too far away. But we've got aspirations to hopefully go overseas later in the year and and keep pushing. We just want to play music to as vast an audience as possible and try to spread it as far as we can go. So I think that's the trick, is to, like every time we go to been to Sydney a couple of times, I've had good shows. Adelaide, we've had good shows, and every time it gets bigger and better every time. So, there's proof there that you keep going back to these places and you start building your fan base. So it's really good.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, plus we've got a gig in Brisbane after our Perth one, so we have to fly anyway for that one.
Oh, yeah. You're going from Perth to Brisbane. So I guess you thought you may as well, while you're on the flights trip and you haven't got the van with you, might as well.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And that's your last show, isn't it, Brisbane?
That's the last show of the tour, yeah.
So you've never played Perth before? Have you ever played Queensland or
No,
South
we haven't.
Australia?
So it's two firsts for us. So we're really excited.
All right. What about South Australia? I hear there's a pretty good heavy scene over there.
Yeah, well, that's where it all sort of originated, the hardcore scene from the old Day of Contempt days, that band. And then,
I Killed the Prom
Prom
Queen.
Queen and all those lads sort of spawned off that.
Right.
Yeah, it seems that's where like a lot of the modern metal that you're hearing today and hardcore, it's sort of come from South Australia and Adelaide. So
Even Mark of Cain come from there. So
yep,
yeah,
that's
you're right. I never thought about that.
So yeah, definitely a great, solid, heavy scene over there, and people really appreciate you, particularly when you're coming from another state. People turn out and they buy your merch and they come and watch. So yeah, we love it.
Awesome. They're very welcoming.
Yeah, they are. Super. Yeah,
I was
love
born
going.
in Adelaide.
Oh, really? Actually, I can say it's personally my favourite city in Australia. I love Adelaide.
Yeah.
Don't tell my friends from Melbourne that.
It's a totally different place to Melbourne.
Oh, yeah. It's so different. Yeah.
I'm not going to judge because I don't think you can beat the trams. I think if you've got a city where you can just go out the front door and jump on a tram and get somewhere, you're laughing. I used to love living in St Kilda. I had a car, but I hardly ever took it out.
Yep, that's right. A lot of people that live, in a city don't even drive at all. Why would you if you got such a great public transport system? So, shout out to the Victorian government. Boom.
Especially for the all-night Friday and Saturday nights. I mean, to me, that's going to help venues and that so much because it's so much cheaper to get home, or that you can get home too. It's like
Yeah, definitely.
You're risking it sometimes even trying to get a cab, and it costs a fortune. So it's really cool that you can go and jump on a tram at 3 o'clock in the morning and go home.
Yeah, super easy.
Guys, you're not from inner city Melbourne, so you probably haven't noticed the difference yet.
We're from Phillip Island, where the Penguins are at, and so you got to drive pretty much everywhere.
And we're more used to, instead of catching trams, hitching rides with dudes with panel vans and that sort of thing. So, it's
Have you ever done a concert for the Penguins? I'm sure they'd let you with your heavy metal.
Next tour. We're gonna play from the GP track to the Penguins.
I like to barbecue a lot though, so it could be pretty dangerous.
Have you ever been to the Grand Prix? Do they have a concert after the Grand Prix or something? Yeah. It's you have to get on board that.
Yeah, they do cover bands.
Oh, that sucks.
You're probably going to be a little bit too heavy for that crowd.
I was going to say don't tell them I said that, but then I was thinking no, tell them to tune in. So it sucks.
Yeah, it's all good. There's a lot of live music down in our area. Not a lot of it's heavy, but there's definitely a scene down there for music. So that's all you can ask for. When we play gigs in our area, we put them on, people turn out. They appreciate it. It's live music. It's all good.
Probably because you're one of the few heavier bands there. So
We're the only heavy band.
well, then that's why everyone comes to
Please,
see us.
someone start a heavy band on Phillip Island so we can, bring you on tour with us.
I was going to ask, you're not that far from Melbourne. Have you guys ever thought about moving up the highway?
There's not much point, to be honest.
No, it gives us a bit of perspective on our own band a little bit, being kind of out of the shit, it's so competitive and there's so many bands all, trying to hit it. And we're sort of like an hour and a half away and we're kind of watching back doing our own thing. And it's kind of nice, actually. Less pressure.
San Remo is such a nice little town. I don't know why I would really want to move out of it. So
you're going to conquer the world from San Remo.
That's right. That's where our office is located.
Well, then you've just released your debut album. Have you had any thoughts of working on another one at all? Have you planned that far ahead, or are you going to try and take this one to as many territories as you can?
You can only plan ahead as far as this record takes us. So, ideally this record will get us on some pretty sick tours and hopefully take us overseas. But I've written 5 songs already for the next record, which in pre-production. So you definitely got to keep your finger on the pulse and keep writing material, because you don't know, who knows, a record label might want us to bring out another record really quickly. And in that case, you want to have songs ready to go. So, we've got songs in the bank, but, hopefully they won't have to be recorded anytime soon. But probably early 2018 will be the next one, I think.
And by then you'll have shitloads to choose from.
That's right, I'll have, 20, 30 songs for me and the boys to go through, and then we can pick what we like and then put it out.
So do you write, are you talking musically or lyrically?
Musically. Yeah, we kind of write lyrics on the spot, really, and Buffalo generally writes all the lyrics, so it's sort of up to him. But I'll write the music with the band and then bring it to him, and then he can just sort that out later. Yeah. But we're going to start demoing this winter though. We'll have songs, we'll have most of an album written before the end of.
Well, you think you are, but then who knows? You might be lucky and end up going overseas or something.
Well, that's it. Yeah. But
or a major tour.
Exactly.
I still try to write and play guitar as much as I can, even when we are playing shows. So I think we'll still have a lot of material, but anything can happen.
Well, I hate to ask this, but what's with the gangster music in the van on the way down here?
Oh, we just love it.
Gets us revved up.
We I don't know, it's just kind of a little bit part of us. We've always liked it.
Kind of pumps you up a bit in the car, does it?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about the attitude. That's where we're trying to put that across on the stage a bit too. We're not just full metal dudes just looking at our guitar the whole time. We sort of got some attitude, so.
I think for us, rap and metal is 2 genres that are really close together attitude-wise, so we listen to both, But we play metal all the time, so we don't always listen to it all the time, So it's nice to hear something else.
Have you guys seen King Parrot play?
Not live, but man, I've heard them on the on CD and radio all the time. Big fans.
Love to see them live, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can't rate yourselves on a scale of 1 to 10 on energy compared to their show.
We have a high energy show. I know they have a high energy show because I watch them on YouTube. But I guess we'd only really be able to compare if we were playing a gig with them. So maybe we'll do a main support one day or something.
If Matt or anyone else from King Parrot's listening, you're available.
If Matt Young from King Parrot is listening, we are totally up for a gig. We'd love to play with you guys. And
we'll drink a million beers after it and have some.
That's not going to help. Matt doesn't drink.
Okay.
Oh, no. We'll drink 5 or 10 waters.
You'll drink his drinks for him.
Yeah, well, that's right. We'll drink his beers for him. Yeah.
Or you'll stay sober for him.
We would do that.
We would. We have a lot of respect for that band, though. They're doing fantastic.
They work their butts off. Your attitude of you just keep going back until you build the audience up.
You've got to.
Yeah.
You just have to keep going back to these places until the crowd is there and the fan base is there. It's hard work. They put the hard yards in and it's starting to pay off. They're doing really, really well and they really deserve it.
Yeah. They are. And it's great to see not only an Aussie band, but a heavy Aussie band doing so well. Well, you guys, you do have to get down there and put on a show because I expect a good one.
We'll put it on, don't worry.
And you can be found at facebook.com/The Weight of Silence. The Sickness Unknown debut album is out now and it's people have been telling me how good it is. Someone told me tonight how good it is as an album.
We're so stoked with the feedback we've got so far. Like, we really appreciate anyone who's listened to it and they tell us they like it. You know, it makes it so worthwhile for us. So we put it, you know, like a year of our lives into this record. So yeah, thank you so much.
And all the build up before that too.
Yeah.
So.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
And we definitely, when you aren't touring, we'll have to get you up here on a Friday. I know it's a long trip, but then you guys love tripping, so.
We long drives are nothing for us. It's easy.
You know what I didn't mean. You love road tripping.
Road tripping, dude. Yeah.
That's what I meant. It has been great having you in and finally meeting you, and I can't wait to be able to tell people how good you are.
Thanks, Kat. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
awesome.
All right,
See you
have
at
a
the
good show.
gig.
And we should play the title track off the album, Sickness Unknown, right now, which you've got a video out for. People should go and look for the video.
Yeah, YouTube it.
Awesome. Thanks.